Hey everyone, welcome to this week's PlanetScale Changelog. We've got some very exciting updates for both our Postgres and Vitess customers. Let's dive in. First up, for our Postgres users, we now support the Neon serverless driver using WebSocket connections. This makes connecting to PlanetScale Postgres from serverless environments like Vercel Functions and AWS Lambda much easier. To use it, just follow the directions in the Neon docs, swap out your Neon connection string for your PlanetScale connection string, and set this configuration here. We've also added six new columns to PlanetScale Insights. The first set of columns includes total CPU time, total I/O time, percent of CPU time consumed by each query pattern, and percent of I/O time consumed by each query pattern. This gives you much better visibility into which queries are consuming your resources. To enable the CPU and I/O tracking, you first have to enable the track I/O timing parameter on your cluster configuration parameters page. And then back in Insights, click View Options and check the ones you want to enable. The other set of columns we added includes bytes returned and bytes returned per query. These metrics help you track response size of Postgres queries, and it can be helpful for finding unexpectedly large query responses and the most significant contributors to network egress traffic. To enable these columns, just go to your Insights dashboard, click View Options, and check bytes returned and bytes returned per query. Next, we added a new GCP region. You can now deploy both Postgres and Vitess databases in GCP's Belgium region. Just create a new PlanetScale database, select the region, and you're good to go. All right, next up, we have one for our Vitess users. We've made the deploy request UI much more clear for clusters with multiple key spaces. We now show you which key space your deploy request will apply to. So when you open a new deploy request, you'll see text at the top of each change indicating the key space that will be affected. And next up, another Vitess update. We shipped a new maintenance webhook for enterprise Vitess customers with configured maintenance windows. You can now subscribe to the branch start maintenance webhook to get notified right before maintenance begins on your production branch, giving you a heads up before we roll out Vitess upgrades, security patches, or apply any queued cluster changes. And closing it out with even more Vitess, last week was huge for the Vitess community. We hosted the Vitess Maintainer Summit right here at the PlanetScale office with teams from Etsy, Uber, Slack, GitHub, and HubSpot, along with almost the entire Vitess maintainer team. We spent the day deep diving into the Vitess roadmap, discussing the future of the project, and figuring out how we can all better collaborate. And then in the evening, we opened our doors to the broader community for Vitess Night, an evening of talks from Slack and Uber about how they run Vitess at scale, followed by a Q&A with the Vitess maintainer team. It was just so incredible to see so many people passionate about Vitess in one room, sharing experiences and just learning from each other. If you weren't able to attend, keep an eye out on our events page for more upcoming events. That's it for this week. As always, you can find more details about all these updates at planetscale.com/changelog. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.